Hello everyone, I'm Molly here with Rose City RV of Michigan again, and we are going to check out the all-new Coachmen Remote 17R. Is this the correct model for you, you may ask? Here are 5 key specifications to help you decide. This model can sleep up to 3 people, has a weight of 2,923 pounds. You can tow this with your minivan. Overall length is 20 feet, 8 inches, has a height of 9 feet, 10 inches, and 84 inches wide, so you can get this down those narrow paths. So let's take a look inside. Okay, welcome inside. This is gonna be a front queen island bed. We call it an island bed because you're able to get all the way around it. It's not gonna be turned sideways like a lot of them that you see in this small size. It does give you a couple cubbies on the side here for some storage. We've got pass-through storage underneath of the bed. We've also got some interior storage underneath of the bed. Now, this window, which you haven't seen yet, and we'll show you on the front, is a round window, and you can't really tell on the inside, except that I guess it is kind of a round trim, but it looks super cool on the outside. I love the outside looks of this. Super cool features that I'll show you when we get out there. Pleated shades there. The remote line here with Coachmen is to go after and try to get some of that market from, let's say, No Boundaries or GeoPro. Coachmen is new to us, but Coachmen's name is so strong and they do such a nice job. I've been extremely happy with their product. We sold a few of them already and everybody's been happy, so that's always a plus. Now we'll see when we get down the road here, but we really like this product. You can get into something like this for a lot less than you can a GeoPro. You're going to give up a lot of options and features, but not everybody needs that. So this is a cool setup for that. I actually am thinking about jumping to one of these after the GeoPro just to check it out for myself. But all in all, been very happy with the product. Outside speaker, inside speaker. It's got docking so you can do inside, outside. I like that. Next to that, we have our awning switch and then our awning light located there. Now, one thing that I noticed right off the bat on this coach is that all the lights are push button, which it's small and it's short, so that's not an issue for me. Might be for some people. You don't have switches like you do, but that's another one of those cost effective things. So that's kind of here or there. If you like it or you don't, it doesn't bother me, but just so you're aware. You can sleep somebody here, so that's why we say you can sleep 3 here. I guess you could sleep maybe 2 very small children, but really this is just for 1. No oven in this, just a dual cooktop burner here with a glass top. Kind of gives you that little bit of extra counter space. This unit only being 20 feet long, I mean, you can only get so much space in here. So we got the microwave here, furnace located underneath of here. Some storage here. Nice drawers for those utensils. That seems to be the thing I'm always looking for in my RV. More storage underneath of there. Overhead storage located here. And then I like how they made this window as big as they possibly could. And even though they have this emergency exit, they still went with a big window. These windows really make it feel bigger in here, as well as that dinette window there. Windows are huge. It's not something you realize until you really get out using it, but having those extra windows makes it so much more user-friendly. It just feels bigger in here, so I like that. Then we've got our Magic Chef 12-volt refrigerator. Okay, so 12-volt refrigerator here. Above that, more storage there. So really, for as small as this trailer is, you have a ton of storage. Our furnace thermostat located there next to the bathroom. This does have a GE thermostat with GE air conditioner with the thermostat knobs built right on. Now, this is a rear bath, so that does give you more bath space. I'm able to reach all the way around here and still have lots of room, so even if you are a bigger person, you can get around in here okay. Lots of counter space in the bathroom. Our GFI is located there as well. Storage underneath it here, there, and there. On this side here, we have our tank heaters located there, so if you're camping in that cold weather, you can use those. This Coachmen Remote here is going to be for our on-demand water heater. We'll show you that outside. Below that, we have our tank monitors and our water pump switch. So That's going to do it for the bathroom and for the inside as a whole. Let's go take a look at the outside. Okay, so starting in the front here, we have our pass-through storage. It's really actually a large storage area for a small trailer. In here we have our solar controller located there, a little light there so you can see on the inside, and then a front docking light, which I'll show you when we go around to the front. This awning is full size. This is the biggest awning that they can put on here, so I've mentioned it once or twice, but always enjoy when they put as big an awning as they can. Most people spend the majority of their time outside. Why not be able to have the biggest awning that you can? Side handle here, even if it's just a small one, I don't understand why not everyone puts these on. These are a must in my opinion. If you buy one without it, it's not that big of a deal. You can always add them, but everybody should have these. It just kind of helps you feel more stable on those steps. Now this little thing is cool. It kind of gives you that campsite light. If you don't want to have that LED light above the awning on, those are kind of bright, especially at night. So that kind of gives you another option. Little fender skirt located right there kind of helps keep that dirt from kicking up. I can go either way on those. Then we have our 110 outlet on the outside. We have a propane disconnect under there so you can use a grill or anything you want to put outside that might need propane. We have our low point drains located right there. Manual stabilizers. They go with the bigger ones, I noticed. Definitely like that option because the farther that those expand, the less stability you get out of them. So the bigger they are, just the better they are. Now moving around to the back, they do put bumpers on these, so you do have somewhere to put your sewer hose. And then we have our spare tire here. Now, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Don't ever have an RV without a spare tire. You always need a spare tire. I don't know why they even give you that choice. So we get everything with spare tires. I do not want to see people without them. Up top here, we have our observation camera pre-wire. So if you are looking to get that observation camera, you can just pop that in there and it's all ready to go. When your running lights are on like they are now, that camera will have power and you'll be able to see what's behind you. It's not just for backing up. It allows you to be able to see when you're driving down the road. So I like that too. Then we have our Lippert on the go bracket here, no ladder. I am starting to take a lot more to those. They're just a lot more comfortable to climb, especially for the end user, for the retail customer like yourself. They just are much easier and user friendly. They extend up over top of the coach so you have something to hold on to. They're just a lot safer, so I like that. And then we have our license plate bracket here. Nice illumination light underneath of that. On the off-door side, we have a lot of our features here. We're gonna have our water heater located right here. This is what I was telling you when I showed you the control inside. This is a newer brand that I haven't seen before. I shouldn't say newer brand because I'm not even sure if that's the case, but I have not seen this brand, so I don't have an opinion about it yet. But I'll be completely honest with you, I've seen a lot of these and they're all pretty much the same design. They just got different names on them. So I don't suspect there'll be any issues with that. Then we have our city water connection located here. So if you're camping somewhere where they have a water hookup and you want to use the park water, you can do that by just simply hooking it up right there. Next to that, we have our black tank flush. Those are a really nice feature. Just don't get the two of them mixed up. That helps keep your tank monitors working properly. That's something that people always struggle with. So make sure you're using that and you're using chemicals, getting that baby cleaned up, and you'll keep those monitors working the way that they should. Our sewer outlet connections are underneath of that. You have your gray and your black tank discharge there. The tanks on this model are, freshwater on this is 52 gallons, which is a ton. You don't see that on these smaller trailers, so I like that. 52 gallons of freshwater. Somebody like me who camps off grid really needs that. You have 35 gallon gray and 35 gallon black. The 35 gray is a little weak, but you only have so much space underneath this trailer. You can only do so much. The bigger, the more gallons they are, obviously the larger the tank. So at least you get 50 gallons of fresh water. And then we have our cable TV satellite hookup right here. So if you're at a park that offers that, you can hook up to that and it'll feed your inside ports. Our 30 amp power plug-in located here. This is our cord, but this comes with a 25-foot 30 amp power cord. furnace exhaust. Love it on this off-door side. You don't have to worry about lighting anything on fire. Just remember it does get hot. Then we have our freshwater drain located right up underneath of here. That's what that big pull is. And this is our freshwater fill. So if you are camping rustically, like I mentioned, and you want to fill that 52-gallon tank, you can fill that right from there by just putting the hose in there and letting it fill. And I like that they have these style ports, because if you are camping where you need to refill that and you don't have access to a hose with pressure, you can fill up a tank. You can hold it above your head and it'll drain in there. Those other ones, you can't do that. And if you're not able to do that, or if you do camp rustically a lot, I do suggest using that, that pump kit. We build one. Like I say, you can make one on your own fairly easily. They're really nice for rustic camping when you need to get that water transported in there. And then we have our pass-through located here on the other side. And then moving along to the front, I think the front of these just look awesome. I love the round window. I love that little black cap they put on the top there, and the green lights really set it off at the campground there. So I think the front of this is awesome. I think the whole graphics on this coach are awesome. Anyway, but I like the front because of the round window. But the Coachmen dog is just an icon. And you've seen this a lot, even if you're not an RVer. But that's one of the things I like about Coachmen. Their graphics and their designs are always better than others, in my opinion. Now, underneath it here, we also have our battery disconnect switch located right there. So you can keep those batteries charged all the time. This has the controller. It's prepped for solar, but here's why we did not order it on this model. This keeps this unit under 3,000 pounds. That is a huge thing for small tow vehicles. So that allows us to keep it 250 pounds lighter without the package that offers. So we are gonna stock one with and one without for that reason. So if weight is a big criteria for you, you don't have to worry about that. If it isn't, you can get that solar package on there, and it won't matter weight-wise, but it'll give you that off-grid capability. Then we have one 20-pounder on the front. To be honest with you, this is gonna be a smaller furnace in here. It's a smaller trailer. This will cook you out. It would take you forever even to burn this 20-pounder. So one propane tank is definitely sufficient, especially with just a 2-burner cook stove as well. So that's gonna do it for the 17R Coachmen. Like I said, this is a new product to us. We're very excited about it. It seemed to have gone over really well so far. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to answer them.